I wanna know, man.
To pick up the mic and 1 2 1 2.
What in the hell gives you the audacity to think that you could do what we do, man? You know, it ain't just about spitting words out of your mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So tell me what's your inspiration to make you turn on the beat and use words and illustrations? Do you first have spurts of procrastination? Do you murk the verse like fuck it, I ain't waiting? Do you feel like you're whack or lack concentration? Or do you just snap to release your frustrations? Evolution. If we come from monkeys, then why are there still monkeys? This term seems to really get under people's skin for one reason or another. But what exactly is evolution? Evolution is the change in the inherited characteristics of biological populations over successive generations. Evolutionary processes give rise to diversity at every level of biological organization, including species, individual organisms, and molecules such as DNA and proteins. There's many misconceptions about evolution. For instance, evolution is just a theory. Evolution is indeed a theory, but it is also a fact. The problem lies in the way lay people use the word theory to mean a hypothesis or just a lucky guess. In the scientific community, the definition of theory is a well-substantiated explanation of some aspect of the natural world that is acquired through the scientific method and repeatedly tested and confirmed through observation and experimentation. Though evolution is just a theory, it still has evidence to support the theory, which in turn makes it a fact. I don't eat anything that has chemicals in it. I don't want to die from pesky chemicals. Yes, the dreaded C word. This word causes a lot of controversy and discomfort, especially when it comes to the foods we eat. But what are chemicals exactly? In short, everything is a chemical, including you and I, your favorite pet, game console, and basically everything in existence. Chemistry is the study of matter and its interactions with other matter. Anything made of matter is a chemical. So the next time you say you don't want to die from a chemical, you have to remember that you're one too, and that everything in this world is also. In other words, you're going to be killed by a chemical one way or another. Isn't that a relief? Now you can live your life without the paranoia of chemicals. Yay! I really hope I don't catch the Ebola virus. Did you hear the news about the guy who caught it? I'm so scared. How the hell could Obama let this happen? First off, I don't see how this is the fault of Obama, but I'll let you slide with that one. I know a lot of people are getting worked up over the cameraman who caught Ebola, and thanks to media hype and clickbait, they're worried about catching it also. Ebola is a disease of humans and other primates caused by an Ebola virus. Symptoms start 2 days to 3 weeks after contracting the virus with a fever, sore throat, muscle pain, and headaches. Typically, vomiting, diarrhea, and rash follow, along with decreased function of the liver and kidneys. So now that we know what Ebola is, how can we prevent contracting the disease? According to the CDC, wash hands frequently. Avoid human bodily fluids, including blood, saliva, poop, etc., especially from someone who is ill. Don't touch the body of somebody who's died from Ebola. Avoid hospitals where patients are being treated for Ebola. Do not touch objects that were in contact with the person that has Ebola. If you have a fever with a temperature of 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit over 38.6 degrees Celsius with the symptoms that I mentioned earlier, seek immediate medical attention. Hopefully, this information has decreased the fear factor of catching Ebola. If you follow this advice, you should be just fine. Honestly, you have a better chance of catching the disease from a fruit bat, which are carriers of the disease, unless you have a fascination with playing with other people's fecal matter. If that's your thing, you get no judgment from me. I mean, to each his own, right? I don't understand why I have to get vaccinated every year. Vaccines are icky. I would never vaccinate my child because vaccines cause autism. Also, why are you afraid of my child if your kid is already vaccinated? Huh? Well, some people are born with an autoimmune deficiency, which means they cannot be vaccinated. So it's up to us who can get vaccinated to get our shots on time so we create a barrier for them. If one of us who are vaccinated contract the disease, it will die within us, so we can't pass it on to someone who's not. This is called herd immunity. Also, if diseases are allowed to spread, they are allowed to mutate. Our vaccines are only good for a specific spectrum of possible mutations a disease can take. If a disease happens to mutate outside of that spectrum, it'll render our vaccines useless, which is why you have to get a flu shot every year. This year's flu strain is a different mutation than last year's, so last year's vaccine is useless. Also, there are no cases that indicate vaccines cause autism. If you're using that as an excuse, you're basically saying that you would rather your child be killed by a preventable disease than for them to be autistic. Besides, autism is not a deadly disease. The same can't be said for preventable diseases and viruses. Most of these diseases are agonizing, and the victims of them suffer some of the worst pain imaginable. Would you really want to subject your child to that? To not vaccinate your children is negligible, selfish, intellectually dishonest, and a slap to the face of your fellow man. There was once a time where these diseases were prevalent. We forget this due to the fact that it was so long ago, but thanks to vaccines, most of these diseases have been eradicated. This is another reason why the human lifespan has been extended. Make sure you vaccinate.
And there you have it. Those are my 5 words that tend to scare the crap out of people. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of these words, so the next time that you hear them, you won't really make them a big deal. No, the only thing that I understand is that you and your 5 fucking words are fucking morons. There it is.
Fuck am I saying? Probably nothing at all. I grip the pen and go hard. I break the pad, that's what I call penetration, y'all. I get deep in it like insemination. To give birth to a track, that's what I call inspiration. I wanna know what inspires you to pick up the mic on 1 2 1 2. Is it the boom bap trap to the beats with the hi-hats that make you do what you want to do? Is it the fact that everybody is screaming your name? I promise, bruh, you and I are not the same. Keep your lame Jane flows to keep impressing these hoes while us real MCs keep doing our thing. What does it take to pick up the pen?